Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is OmniBadu and I am back with another one. Yay! Keep in mind that these are general collective readings and I don't read for any one specific sign on this channel. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, be honest with yourself. Plug yourself into the reading where you deserve to be. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, hit the reverse on it. Do whatever you have to do, but don't force it. Only take what resonates with you, your life, your story, and leave the rest behind. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you likes my vibe. Welcome, hey, if you're new, and welcome back if you have been here before. Hey, everybody. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh, how y'all doing? Oh, I just came back from out of town. I was in Phoenix 2 weekends ago, New Orleans last weekend. I mean, I've been all over the damn place, okay? So, I got a minute to sit my ass down. I said, let me sit down and do a couple of readings for my peoples, for the peoples. See what y'all got going on. So let's see what we got coming out. Because, boy, I've been busy, okay? Okay, so somebody is under the impression that you're not moving on from them, like that do you need closure? This is, I'm assuming, some sort of an ex, but this could be a friend or a family member too, right? It doesn't have to be a love situation, but for most of you guys, this is an ex who thinks that you still value them, right? Needing closure is like damn near needing, closure cool, right? Closure is very cool because you get to put an ending on a situation, right? Closing it out, right? So you get to put an ending on it, but it isn't necessary. You don't have to have closure. You don't have to have a conversation. You don't even have to have an understanding as to what the hell went on. You know, if this person was cheating, if they was talking to you upside your head, if they started putting their hands on you, if they wouldn't get off drugs, if they wouldn't, leave work and put you and the family before their job and their work wife or their work husband, and who knows, right? You don't have to know what was going on. Or you could have just decided, I don't want to be here anymore. This is not working out for me. I'm out this bitch, right? And maybe, years have passed. Some of you guys, months have passed. But for most of y'all, I feel like this situation ended, or it ended years ago. I won't say it closed out because obviously there was no conversation. There was no understanding, right? So one of y'all may feel like you don't really understand or you don't really know what happened in the past. But it feels to me like you don't care anymore, right? I feel like at the time that it was going down, at the time that this person was leaving, at the time that they had found that new woman or that new man or that new job, or they wanted that new life, or they didn't want the burden or the responsibility of being a parent, whatever it was, they made that choice and that decision and they stood on it. And I feel like you didn't get a conversation, you didn't get a word, you didn't get, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. You got, I'm going to the store to get some milk. And I never came back. You got that, you got, I'm finna go pick the kids up from school. And then you getting a phone call from the school 2 hours later talking about, why the fuck are your kids still here? Why you ain't come pick up your kids like you said you were? And you like, oh no, dad was supposed to be coming. You like, but don't worry about it. He might have forgot. You go pick the kids up. The night goes on. He never comes back. Right? That actually did happen to this woman who was married to this NFL player. He literally told her he was supposed to pick their kids up. He did not. She went and picked the kids up. They waited home for him to come home. He did not. Days, weeks, months, years went by. And to this day, her and her children have not ever seen him again. He just left. And, of course, come to find out he had another woman and blah, blah, blah. but everybody don't have the balls, right? Everybody doesn't have the gall to come up and look you in your face and say, this is not working for me. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to take care of those kids I helped create anymore, or whatever it is, right? So that to me feels like this type of situation where it's like this person had an idea or met somebody or started something and thought to themselves, I'm good now. So you were something that they may have felt like they needed or they valued, or you may have been their security blanket, right? People call it a security blanket. I call it a seat filler because a seat filler is somebody who goes into a program, the Oscars or something like that, right? Something where there's going to be a ton of people, very important people, a very important event, and then they hire people to fill the empty seats so it doesn't look empty in there, right? You're a hired seat filler, right? You fill in an empty seat in this person's life so they don't look like they can't get no bad dick. They don't look like they, can't get nobody, or right? So, but they don't want you. They don't like you. They don't love you. They don't value you. You're not important. You are nothing more than a trophy or a pretty face or a look what I got, or I don't want to be lonely, or I don't want to have to hunt and search for sex, so I can just commit to this person and get it whenever I want. And I feel like that's what you were to this person when they had you. And so they did not value you. They did not respect you. They did not appreciate you. They didn't see you that you had any worth, right? Because you were only there to fill a seat in their life. So there was no reason to look further or deeper into who you are and what you want, need, and desire as a person and in a relationship, because you were not the important person. You were not the valuable one in the relationship. They were, right? So I feel like it was really, really hard for you when you first broke up, when you first separated, when whatever went down. I feel like it was hard for you in the beginning because of the lack of understanding, because of not really knowing what the fuck was and wasn't going on, why it was going on, what this person really wanted, what they were thinking. Do they want to be together or don't they? Do they love me or don't they? I feel like there was a period, and it could have been for months or years, where it was really, really hard on you because you did not get closure and because you had no understanding. Doesn't make you crazy if you were thinking about it for years, if you wanted to talk about it all the time, if it was consuming you. That's normal, because now you have all this wonder because this person did not give you closure. And the reason that people don't give closure is to leave a door or a window open. If I don't tell you that I don't like you anymore, and I don't love you anymore, and I don't ever want to be with you ever again because you brought no value into my life, I only liked you for the clout. If I tell you all that, then I'm not going to be able to come back to you later when things don't work out with my new bitch. If I tell you all of that how I really, really felt about you during the course of the relationship, how I really, really feel about you now that I think I got a bag, now that I think I got a new girl or guy, now that I think I got a new car, a new place to stay, now that I feel like I have purpose, right? Because this is somebody, when they were with you, they felt like they had no purpose. They felt like they didn't know what they wanted to be. You could have been with somebody who had potential, right? Or you could have looked into them and been like, this person could be this, or this person is very smart, or this person is this person is that. And you could have been believing in them and trying to breathe life into them, and you were doing nothing but pissing them off, coming off as bossy, coming off as controlling, right? So I feel like now that time has passed, because they didn't tell you what it was when they were leaving, right? They left you hanging. It was a cliffhanger because they wanted to leave a door and a window open so that they could come back into the situation if need be, right? If things don't work out with their job or with their new guy or girl, they want to be able to come back into your life. That's the only way. Now, some people will let somebody back into their life after they told them they wasn't shit, or they didn't really like them, or they weren't really attracted to them, or, they were just using them for a place to stay the whole time, but now I got a real girlfriend. Some people will let that type of person come back into their life after they tell them all those type of truths. That takes a special level of desperation to let somebody come back into your life after they pretty much looked you in your eyes and told you they hate you and you ain't shit. To let them come back into your life is desperate, you know, and that's a lot to do with the person who's letting them come back into the life, right? That's a low vibrational feminine energy who needs a lot of healing still, right? But you're not like that. And I don't think you've ever come off as weak or desperate or a pick me or please. I think you thought you was in love with somebody who was in love with you. I think you were young and naive and maybe a little gullible, and you didn't really understand what love was supposed to look like and feel like. A lot of the times we don't understand what love look like and feel like. If somebody's telling you that they love you in your 20s, right? We're talking under 25, and you've never had that type of experience and you've never had that type of relationship, then of course you're going to believe that they actually love you. You're not going to believe they're playing in your face. You're not going to believe that they're trying to use you. You're not going to believe that they just want you for the clout because everybody else want to be with you and nobody else can pull you. Oh, so look what I can do. That is not what goes across your mind. What goes across your mind is, why would somebody say they love me if they didn't really love me? Right? A lot of us girls don't understand how men work. They don't love you. They love something about you. They love how you look. They love how much money you make. They love how you suck they thing, right? Like, dead ass. It ain't you that they love. It's something about you, right? And it was something about you that this person loved, but they didn't value you as a whole person. So this is hard for me too. You've gotten over the hard part. You got over not getting closure. You got over not getting answers. You got over not understanding what the fuck is going on and why it's going down the way that it's going down. You have gotten completely over this person and this situation. And yes, it took a long time. That's why they think now that you still need closure, because for years you were trying to get answers. For years you were asking them what the fuck is going on. For years you were trying to see why they wouldn't have nothing to do with the kid or kids. For years you was trying to see, why they just moved out, on a Thursday without telling you that they was going nowhere. For years you were trying to get closure. For years you were trying to get answers that you ultimately never got, because this person wanted to leave that door, that window open so that they could come back to you later. Because I feel like this is somebody who low-key or very high-key knows that they're not shit. They're a loser. They don't really bring a lot to the table. Whatever they have, they know chances are they're not going to keep it. Whoever's interest they have, they know chances are they're not going to be able to keep it because they don't have anything, right, to offer to anyone. And I think that they feel like you have low standards because they had been good enough for you in the past when you were much, much younger. And that's not to say that you did not have standards back then. You were much, much younger. Now you've gotten older. They're still the same scrub ass, bum ass, trash bag blown in the wind ass nigga that they've always been, right? So they don't have nothing more than they had when y'all were 20 and y'all met, and you was 20 and they was 24, and they didn't have shit and you didn't have shit, and you made it up in your mind that y'all could build and grow together. And then, fast forward, no building, no growth, not on their side, only on your side. You're growing, you're maturing, you're also removing those rose-colored glasses and seeing this situation and this person for who and what they really are, right? Now, you may have been the one to leave this person. I'm not saying that this person left you. If you left them, they could have been acting crazy, stalking you, cussing you out, chasing you around, accusing you of cheating, even though y'all were no longer together and you're dating new guys and stuff like that, right? And so you could have been confused and still feeling like you needed closure. You may have been the one trying to talk to them and explain to them why you don't want to be with them, why the relationship ended. They may have asked things like, why does this person deserve you? Why does this person deserve to be with you? Why does this person deserve to get to, smash, make love, have sex, whatever, right? And you may have been the one constantly trying to get this person to comprehend and understand where you guys are and why. This is why we are where we are today, right? But I feel like even still, they continue to let it go in one ear and out the other and act as if they had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. they didn't do that. They never cheated. They never didn't pay the bills. Y'all never got evicted from anywhere. Those 2 cars didn't get repoed. That's not how that happened. Remember your sister? Remember, no. Your sister had drove the car that day. Remember? And you're like, it doesn't fucking matter at this point. No, it's okay. Like, it don't matter who was driving the car. The point is, I just don't want to be with you. No, it don't. Right? And so they could have gotten angry and mad because they're not getting the ego boost. They're not getting the validation. You're not crawling back. You're not allowing them to come back. You're like standing on business. You're like, no, we're not going to be together anymore. You're like, I've made up my mind. I thought about this very long and very hard. And I know what I'm doing is the right choice and decision for me in my life. Right? So this person could have became angry, started stalking, acting crazy, causing chaos and conflict. And again, think they may have fallen off because they found somebody else to sleep with and finally left you alone. But it seems to me that now that either their situation is over, whether you left them or not, I do feel like this person had another situation that either started while y'all were in the situation, connection, relationship, situationship, and you didn't know it, or they got with somebody after you guys separated, and you may have still not known. You may not have even given a fuck, right? So now that situation obviously has ended, or it's ending, or they figured out that person didn't really like them. They may have found themselves with somebody that was just like them, right? They may have found themselves in a relationship with somebody who was using them for what they could get from them monetarily, or if they could live off of them for free, or, this person was sending them hundreds and thousands of dollars and they didn't like them or love them or care about them, but they sending all this money to them. So they continued to deal with them, but maybe they found somebody they did really like, or maybe somebody came along to have more money. Who knows? Who cares, right? Regardless, this masculine is now in this energy of feeling heavy, feeling weighed down, feeling upset, angry about what went on between the two of you however long ago. Because it's old now. It's been years for a lot of you guys. Could have been months. Months isn't really that old. I don't feel like no, but it could be. 9 months is a long time to not have somebody in your bed or in your home or in your face or talking on the phone, texting. You can really disconnect. You can really grow apart. You can really start to feel like you don't know this person like that anymore in 6-9 months. So, months is long enough. I'm thinking a month, 2 months, 3 months, you might still be feeling them and have feelings, but 9 months, I don't imagine if I haven't talked to and slept with and looked at for somebody for 9 months, I'm not still going to be, even if I still like them a little, I shouldn't still be feeling the exact same way as I did, when things were very hot and very heavy. So, it's hard for them now, not having you, possibly, knowing that you're dealing with somebody else, possibly. If they do know, some of you guys, they don't really know much of anything, but they make a lot of assumptions. They jump to a lot of conclusions. They may even talk shit about you and or the other person that you're dealing with. They may feel inferior to this person. They may feel like, it's like now all of a sudden that you have somebody in your life that likes you, that loves you, that is taking really great care of you. This person may give you a ton of money. They may spend a ton of money on you, right? It's like you have somebody who's treating you in a way that this person never could have treated you, even if they wanted to, right? And this is just the person that flowed into your life. They were in the right energy to come into your life. You guys' energy and vibration were matching one another when you met this person. And I feel like you manifested and called this person in. Spirit, bring me somebody who really loved me, who really liked me. I want them to look good. I want them to be over 6 feet. I want them to be brown skinned with a bunch of money, right? But you could have wrote it down and burnt it. You could have did anything, right? Had it on your little manifestation sheet and read it every morning as soon as your eyes opened or as you were falling asleep. Who knows, right? But I just feel like you you manifested the person that you have now, right? And you may have really put your took your time and put your desires down carefully, right? I want somebody who loves me unconditionally, but also respects and values me, right? It's like, I don't just want unconditional love, because you can have unconditional love, but your love may not feel like my love. How you love may not be how I love. These dudes that'll bust you upside your motherfucking head, they will tell you that they love you and mean that shit, but can still turn around and fuck you up. They don't respect or value you, but they do love you in their own creepy weirdo, so it's like, I feel like you really took your time putting this energy into this magic man that you manifested, right? For me personally, because I tell my person all the time, I manifested you, and he just loves it. He cracks up. He thinks it's funny because one day he even asked, like, what do you mean when you say that? And I told him, like, I manifested you. And I know that I really did, because I met him last year in 2024 in the fall. So but I started writing down my manifestations and everything in 2021, but I didn't meet him till 2024. So for those 3 years, I would add to it, I would tweak it, but I would look at it, I would read it, I would say it out loud, and I'd say it, and I'd look in the mirror and say it, and then I met my person, right? So you have somebody who feels like it's hard for them now because you have somebody else who they're not able to compete with, because you cannot compete where you don't compare. And say your ex might make anywhere from, I'll say 45 to 65, $45 to $70,000 a year, right? But the new person you're dealing with could make $150,000 to $300,000 a year. We'll just slap a range on it, right? It could even be $100,000 to $300,000. It's given six figures, right? And this person may live very comfortably, and they just may be very quick to give, right? Because they have it. That I understand it ain't tricking if you got it. Because when you have it, it's so easy to give. It's not right? So like you could go out and this person could take you on a trip, right? They buy you a plane ticket there. You got a two-way ticket. Then you get there and they like, here's $500. But everywhere y'all go, they swipe their card. So you come home and you still got the $500 in your purse because they paid for everything while y'all were there. Here's some spending money, right? I do still have to go to class. Yeah, we on a trip, but this is also a business trip for me. But I wanted you to be here. So here's some spending money. But they still buying everything, paying for everything when y'all are out, right? Something you never experienced with this person. And if you haven't met anybody yet, put your manifestations out there, right? I didn't manifest, or I never put anything about money on my list of things that I wanted because I don't have a lot of earth in my chart. I have a lot of water and a lot of fire, a lot of emotional shit in my chart. So I actually didn't put anything about money. It just happened to come in the package of the person that I got. But you can add that, I think, if you want to. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't. But you could put something like that this person is financially stable. I wouldn't put, I hope I meet a rich man, because you're probably not going to meet a rich man, because that seems, I don't know, to me that's just a little shady. It's a little superficial. It's a little low vibrational. It's a little 3D based to be like, I want to meet somebody who's rich, or I want to meet somebody who makes over six figures. Too specific. You doing too much. I want somebody who is financially stable, who is not robbing Peter to pay Paul. You could put that, right? Or something like, I want somebody who, has their finances in order, who has enough money to pay their bills and also has money in savings, right? Because that is important in the sense of, you don't want to keep calling in people who are struggling financially, who are broke, because broke people are angry. Broke people, come with a lot of problems, and you'll end up having to breathe a lot of life into and build and speak vol. You don't have to do too much building. You want to find somebody who's already built. They've already built themselves, right? Anyway, so back to the loser on the board. This is hard for this person now because they've lost whatever they thought that was important or valuable or amazing or beautiful or made them happy. Whatever it was, they've lost it. And I don't think that they had any intentions of looking back towards you because they thought of you as a crybaby or a loser or desperate, or you needed their validation or you needed their attention. They were already all in their ego based off of how they treated you in the past and how you reacted. And they've been holding on to that reaction for all this time. You don't feel the same way. You've moved on. You're getting new meat now, or whatever. And they're still thinking whatever. I don't know if they see you out with this person. If y'all have a kid or kids, one of your kids could have slipped up and said something about Mr. So-and-so is so nice and funny. And he took us to go here and do this. And we did this and this and this. They might not even mention, dude, we went to Six Flags and then we went out to eat and then we went and got these giant turkey legs, right? And they could just be going in and telling dad all the awesome things. Dad could be like, y'all did all these awesome things with who? Right? They made, we was with mommy's friend. So mommy friend taking my kids out to have fun. Those are my kids. All of a sudden, this person want to be a daddy. All of a sudden, this person mad. You got that nigga around my kids. You don't even know that nigga. What if he do something to my kids? He better not ever raise his voice or do nothing to my kids, or we gonna have a mother. Excuse me? Whose kids? Who are you? What is going on? Hello? Who is this? I'm scared because I don't understand who the fuck you are or why the fuck you're on my phone. Remember, he. You want to leave me, so that means you want to be a single mom. That means you don't want no help with the kids. Manipulation. Oh, you can't leave, or I'm not going to help you with the kids, so you better come back. Aren't you scared? You got to be out there all by yourself with the kid. I'm not helping because you don't want to be with me. Don't call my phone, bitch. Get some money from your mama. Get some money from the nigga you fucking. Yeah, we just needed to have a moment of silence for the amount of times this person said, get some money from the nigga you fucking. Wasn't fucking nobody, right? Because they love to scream about your coochie. I don't know why. Your cat is a cat, I guess. Love to talk about who you messing with and what you need to do. And, the kids need some new shoes for school. Ask the nigga you're fucking. Every time you open your mouth, ask the nigga you fucking. Oh, you fucking old dude, he can't do it. Oh, my car messed up. I just needed to see, if you could, maybe just even if it's a used tire. It doesn't have to be like brand new. It doesn't have to, or if it's like a Walmart tire. It don't have to be a Firestone, Ask the nigga you fucking. Well, these is our kids together, and I thought maybe you could help me out with the tire since I have to get our kids to school every day in this car, and the tire is fucked up. And you don't want to take them. So if you could just help. Now, it's been a couple of years of quiet. Shh, it's been quiet. Why? Because you started asking the nigga you was fucking, right? Baby, but not really though, right? That's just this person screaming, ask the nigga you fucking, ask the nigga you fucking, ask the nigga you fucking. Well, you added on to my manifestations. You threw in there for spirit, make sure it's somebody who can help this person since this other person's not going to help this person, right? Sometimes it works that way. You're anointed, you're chosen. So spirit is always going to have your back. They're always watching. They hear, see, smell, feel, taste every goddamn thing, right? It's the divine. So you don't have to say you need financial help from your partner because your ex doesn't want to help at all with anything at all ever. It's always ask the nigga you fucking, right? Oh, the kids need lunch money on their accounts. Ask the nigga you fucking. These are your kids. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? So I feel like that stopped. You were like, you know what, fuck it. And that may have been years ago where you were like, I'm never going to ask this person anything again. I'm sick and fucking tired of them, continuing to try to badger me about the decisions that I'm making in my life. I'm not fucking anybody. I ain't fucked on nobody in years and years and years. But this person keep telling me to ask the nigga I'm fucking like he knows what's going on in my bed and in my snatch. It's tiresome, right? So I do feel like because of all the silence, because you stopped asking this person to help you with this, there's no lunch money for school. There's no new shoes or clothes for school. There's no school supplies. There's no, this person wants this $150 power car for their birthday. I already spent quite a bit of money on these other things plus decorations. Could you get this one power car? Ask the nigga you fucking. Okay, you know what? You know what? Never the fuck again. Fuck you. Don't fucking worry about it. I'll get the motherfucking power car my fucking self, right? And then boom, that was it. Closes it out, shut it down. Never doing it again. You got me fucked up. You want to keep saying, ask the nigga you fucking, ask the nigga you fucking, ask the nigga you fucking, cool. I got it. I don't need you. Boom, fast forward a year, 2 years, however many years it would be in your story, your scenario, your situation. Years will pass, or years have passed, and you've met somebody else who's there. Some of y'all live with this person and they're taking better care of the kids than their actual father or mother ever has. There's happiness, there's love, there's laughter, there's enjoyment, there's pleasure. And you've forgotten about this person. You had to sit them on a shelf and leave them behind. Now they're starting to feel it. Because all that time that it was silent when you finally stopped asking them for shit and they didn't come, chasing up your ass to see what's going on or why this or why that. Okay, all that time, they had another man, another woman. They had somebody that they were chasing and pursuing and trying to get to take them serious. But regardless, now we're here and this person wants to come back into your life. Ha! Hilarious. Spirit, quit playing with us. Say broke, busted, and disgusted. What I say, this person, they feel some type of way because they feel like they can't compete with this other person because of what this person has. They feel inferior to this person. Their ego is extremely bruised, but it's because they're looking in your life and minding your business. Their ego wouldn't be bruised if they weren't comparing themselves to this man. When there is no comparison, because there is no competition, because you don't think about this person, you don't want this person, you don't miss them, you don't like them, you don't love them. In fact, you have come to understand, realize, and discover that they were always the problem. They were always your problem, always the problem in your life. You didn't have money because this person was in your life, right? Vibrations, energy, all that shit is real. People can act like it's not if they want to, but it is. And so with the vibrations and energy being a real thing, this person is low vibrational and they call in the energy of chaos and destruction, not the energy of calm, cool, collected, peace, understanding, maturity. So how could you ever have a lot when you're in the same house, in the same energy field as somebody who's only calling in chaos and conflict, destruction, madness, craziness, broke energy? They stay broke because they focus constantly on any and everything but getting money. They focus on who they can fuck. They focus on who you fucking. They focus on who the person that they fucking on the side is fucking. Is she fucking with somebody else? Because I'm always in their ego, very, very, very insecure. So therefore, they're constantly focused on finding something and someone to validate them at all times of every day. Every time, the minute they wake up, they need validation until they go to bed. And for a lot of these narcissistic type energies, the validation that they're looking for is sex. For some reason, people feel like that holds more weight than it actually does, right? So it's hard for them to see you being taken care of. It's hard for them to know that you don't value them anymore. It's hard for them knowing that. Because why would you value them and you have somebody in your life now who's doing stuff for you than this person has never been able to do? And to this day, they're still not able to do. They couldn't do half the shit the person in your life now is doing. This person could never take anybody on a trip anywhere because they would only have the money for the plane ticket. And they get there and y'all have to sleep in a box and wouldn't have no spending money, and then turn around and get on the plane and come back and didn't have no fun. Or they get y'all some Spirit flights and they get y'all out there and y'all staying in the Oyo. And then they got $150 left for y'all to go and supposed to eat and have a good time on this 4-day vacation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they could never have, but they feeling some type of way. And it's not even, I don't even think you're looking down on this person because they're broke, and I don't think you're thinking about this ex. I don't think they don't cross your mind. I don't think you're looking down on them. I don't think you're the one who's comparing the person you're with now to the person you used to be with. What is the motherfucking point of that? Think about you for what? Think about what you got for what? Think about them for what? You already have everything you want and need in this new person. It's not like, oh, I wish my ex had this and did this and was this type of, it's like, ooh, thank God I left them. Thank God I dodged that bullet. Thank God they acted so stupid and so crazy, so I don't even like them or love them or value them or see them the same way anymore. Ooh, thank God they helped me out. They cleared themselves out and made room for new. Thanks, right? So now they out here wanting to explain why things were the way they were in the past, why they talked to you how they talked to you, why they was looking at you how they was looking at you, why they was treating you how they was treating you. Now they want you to know it's hard for them too, that y'all have been separated for all this time. They've been thinking about you every day. They can't believe where y'all are today. They can't believe what happened between the two of y'all. Do you remember this? You remember when we used to do this? Remember when we used to go here and there? Remember when that time your mama had said that I was the best fit for you and that you could never find nobody who could jive with you the way I jive with you? You remember that? You remember when your dad had said that I was like his son and that he always wanted a son and that he was so glad that you brought me into his life? You remember that? But this is all a part of this person's strategy. All this wanting to explain and, ooh, let's get on a boat and ride down memory lane, and all of this is strategic. All of this is to get you to go backwards into a bad, nasty, evil, toxic, because if they being nice and lovey-dovey and kissing on you and hugging on you and rubbing on you and you so beautiful and you have always been so beautiful, look at your cute feet, you have always had the prettiest feet. Now you are just the bee's knees. You the baddest bitch in the world now, all of a sudden. And I feel like this is because they want you to choose them. That's validating. If you leave somebody who is taking care of you, who has all this money, if you leave perfection for trash, how is the trash gonna feel? Colossal, larger than life. Because I'm him, I'm that guy. She left so-and-so for me. I don't even got shit. I ain't never even treated her good. I done called her every name under the sun. I done disrespected her, belittled her, embarrassed her, talked shit about her behind her back to any and everybody who will listen. She knows all this shit and she still left perfection for trash? Validation, ego boost. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew I could always get that bitch back. And now they telling their friends, I knew that bitch wasn't going nowhere. You're not getting any calls anymore. You're not getting any texts anymore. You're not getting any responses to your texts. You're not getting anyone to answer your phone calls anymore. Mr. Perfect don't give a fuck about you and don't want your ass no more because, bitch, are you crazy? And now you done found yourself back stuck with somebody who do not like, love, or give a fuck about you at all in the slightest, not even a little bit. And that's what this person is trying to do. They're trying to get you to come back and choose them and leave the good situation. And look at the card that came out. Fake as fuck. Because I tell no lies, friends. I tells no lies. Okay? So yeah. Somebody's trying to get y'all to choose them over the other person that's in your life. After all that we've been through, I'm not giving this up. Devil energy, right? This person is sitting in devil energy. So there's fear, there's obsession, there's anger. This person feels bound to you. There's a trauma bind between you and this person that I feel like you've healed from and released, and this person is still holding on to that trauma bond, right? This person is still holding on to, well, we were homeless together. Well, we survived that really, really horrible car wreck together where we both ended up in the hospital and we came out together. Like, right? It was something tragic that y'all went through in the past that this person is like, that will keep us bound forever. Or the fact that y'all have a kid or two. This person feels like that'll keep us bound together forever. Right? So they're all that y'all have been through. They're like, I'm not giving this up. We have history. This is my person. We have history. I never intended to not be with her. Yes, I disrespect or him. Yes, I disrespected, belittled him. Yeah, I talked shit about him. Yeah, I embarrassed him. Yeah, I cheated on him. Yeah, I don't like him or love him. But that's my person. That's my comfort zone. I know how this person is gonna act when I fuck up. I know how mad they're gonna get. I know that they may throw a bowl of spaghetti up against the wall, and then in the next 4 hours, they gonna clean all of that up and go sit down and not say nothing else and just be mad. But they ain't gonna fix it. They ain't gonna save themselves. They ain't gonna leave the situation. I want them back. They're loyal. They gonna stick it out through thick or thin. They always gonna try to find a way to fix it. They always gonna try to find a way to make things positive. And when you're that type of woman, that just gives the man permission to do absolutely nothing. To put nothing into the situation because you're putting it all in. Man or woman. Unrequited love, right? Pretty smile, pretty teeth, pretty fake. That's funny. So yeah, this person definitely feels like you're adorable. Trying to ignore a secret lover. Don't know who that is. Could be them. They could have somebody that they've been sleeping with that they're now... They may not like, love, care about. They may not even value that person at all. They may just be sleeping with them just to pass the time, or just because they've been sleeping with them, or they like the sex with this person, but they're not trying to be with that whoever they're sleeping with. They're not trying to move in together. Some of y'all, they may live together, but they living together because this masculine doesn't have anywhere else to go. So this is just somewhere for them to lay their head. They're having sex with the person. The person may even be madly, deeply head over heels in love with them. And that's why they let this person move in with them, knowing that you are in the picture or that they have a kid or kids with you or whatever. This other person may even be trying to get pregnant, you know, because they have put, I feel like they have somebody in their life who's in the same position as them. As above, so below, like attracts like, right? So the person in their life wants their attention on them for validation and an ego boost. I'm better than your ex-wife or your baby mama, your ex-husband, your baby daddy, your long-term. I'm better. I look better. I'm more important. I'm smarter. I'm sexier. You like, you love, you want me more. So they're there trying to pull this masculine's attention over to them and them only, while this masculine is there trying to get your attention back on them and them only. Because the same, how they feel inferior to you and they feel like they're not as attractive as you and they're not as smart as you and they're not as resourceful as you. They're not as creative as you. This is how this feminine that's in this dark masculine's energy feels. But the dark masculine feels the exact same way as the emperor, right? They feel that same way towards that emperor as that dark feminine feels towards you. Because you and this masculine over here are emperor, empress. These two are dark emperor, dark empress, right? They're not of the light. Y'all are high vibrational, they're low vibrational. So they're trying to ignore their secret lover and get your attention back on them and calling you all the time, texting you all the time, or popping up at your house, sitting up in your face, whatever. And you're just like, please let me go. Because you don't want them anymore, right? You don't value them anymore. You have this new man. And I feel like before you had this new man, you already felt like, please let me go. But now you have, so it was already like a, let me go. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be in this situation anymore. It's becoming too traumatic. It's too much drama. It's too much going to fuck on, right? It's too many questions that are not being answered. It's too much chaos. It's crazy, right? And as crazy as it may have been for you, I feel like this person, this masculine, was enjoying it because it made them feel like they had your attention, or it may have even made them feel like they had some sort of control over you or something like that, right? So I feel like you've wanted them to let go of you energetically for a long time. And I feel like it's advancing, or it has already advanced to physical, right? It could be energetic right now for some of you guys, so take it as it resonates, or it could already be to a physical place where they're showing up at your house, or they're actually calling you all the time or texting you all the time and throughout the day. This could be very strange, very out of character. Why are you calling me while you're at work on your breaks? That is fucking weird. You haven't called me from work in like 12 years. But they done found out you have somebody, and not only do you have somebody, in their opinion, in their mind, and how they feel, you have somebody that is like untouchable. That's what I'm hearing, untouchable. They feel like they can't fuck with this person. So yeah, it's like, it's weird. I feel like it's coming off as desperate and weird and stuff. Like, I feel like for you, it's weird. For you, it's like, why is your attention over here? Why are you calling me on your lunch breaks? Why are you coming over here all the time, all of a sudden? Why do you keep trying to call and talk to the kids all over? Like, this is weird. You want to, hello? You want to talk to your son. Okay. All right. We're not going to say no. I'm not going to be like, yeah, ha, fuck you, bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it's like, you okay. You want to talk to your son, but this is weird because you don't call your kids. You haven't called your kids in 7 years, right? Stuff, weird shit. But again, for all them years when it was bitch after bitch, they might have been in 2, 3, 4 different relationships that did not go anywhere and did not last more than a year or two. Nothing is working out. Don't nobody want them, right? They're broke. So a lot of people don't want them because they're like, you broke. And that is, nobody wants to be with nobody broke in 2025. It is too expensive to live. Why would I openly allow a burden into my life? If you are broke, I am going to have to pay for you to eat. I'm going to have to pay for your drinks if we go out. I'm going to have to buy your coffees in the morning when we riding through On the Grind's little cute little loop they got around their little tiny little coffee huts. Okay, like I'm gonna have to pay for everything because you're broke, and all you can offer is some nasty ass overused half-cocked street meat. I think the fuck not. I don't think so, right? So I don't like this. I just don't like these type of readings. I don't like this energy. What the fuck you mean? After all we've been through, I'm not giving this up. This has been given up. Y'all have moved on. It's just wild. This is wild. It is bizarre. It is. Look at this shit. Ah! I said in the beginning when I was telling y'all about manifesting this person, I know for a fact I manifested my person. Nobody could ever make me believe anything else. I know how energy and all that shit works. I do not consider myself to be any type of a witch, but well, in the sense of a woman in total control of herself, I am, but I am an alchemist, right? Everybody understands shit their own way. For some people, they understand it through the terminologies and things of witchcraft. I know witchcraft. I feel like what most people are doing is alchemy, whether they know it or not. If you understand energy, if you understand how to work energy and move it and make it work in your favor, you're alchemizing the energy. You're an alchemist, right? But witch sounds cute and things like that, and it's very feminine. I do like and love the term witch, but I feel like I'm an alchemist. I'm only a witch in the sense of being in total control of myself, right? So, yeah. With the Hierophant, the Six of Swords, and the Magician, this is literally learning a lesson, right? Going through an ascension due to whatever lesson you learned. The Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant could be represented as like, yeah, I say like a teacher, a guide, right? And I feel like it's spiritual. So spiritually, I feel you were guided in a certain direction, you know, through source, through the divine, your intuition, you know, those feelings that you feel that you can't shake, those things that you just know, but you don't know how you know him. You know he's cheating, but you don't know how you know. You don't need proof. You already know. Trying to find proof will have you there longer. It may cause you to start second guessing or doubting yourself. When you know, baby, you got to know that you know. When you know, but you have to know that you know when you know, and trust the shit that you know and move accordingly. So the Hierophant, that's source, that's the divine, that's spirit talking to you, that's you waking the fuck up for the first time and saying, holy shit, I've been seeing this wrong, I've been feeling this wrong, I've been hearing this wrong, I've been doing this wrong. Oh damn, let me learn so I can do this the right way. Which caused you to go through an ascension, a death and a rebirth, right? It caused you to become a new version of yourself, a more higher vibrational version, because of the things that you've learned and the knowledge you've acquired over the years. So after going through this ascension and learning the things that you've been learning, and you know, learning how to protect your energy, learning how to protect your peace, learning what self-love is, learning what putting yourself first feels like and what that even means for real. You hear it, it's like, put yourself first, but it's like, when, how, where, why is it necessary? You know, so I feel like it was a lot that you had to learn and grow from, and it caused you to elevate in energy, right? Because now you know more. Now you're moving according to the things that you now know, right? So learning about yourself, learning about energy, learning about people, learning about boundaries, learning about self-respect, learning about self-love, learning about happiness and what it really is and what it really means and what it really feels like to have happiness and to be happy, all caused you to move into a place of calm. So we have the Hierophant, Six of Swords with the Magician, right? Y'all, oh my God, these cards. I love it. Because I'm telling y'all, we was talking about the what I like to call the wealthy man or whatever. But we was talking about it in the beginning about this person and how y'all are about to manifest this person. But I'm telling you, don't put in a manifestation, I want to be with a man who's rich, who give me all his money and take care of me. You're not going to get that, okay? But just say it right, okay? Say it right. You want somebody financially secure and stable, who is generous and also has savings. Someone who is providing for and taking care of themselves comfortably, right? Their money is not your money. It don't have nothing to do with you or whatever. But you can want someone who is financially stable on their own. But don't put into your manifestations that you want somebody rich who's going to give you all their money and take care of you. That is low vibrational. That's gold digging. You are not going to get that. But it's okay to want somebody who is already financially stable so that you don't have to pay for them or provide for them or take care of them. So make sure you word your shit right. But anyway, so you're moving to this place of calm, right? You're leaving this place of chaos of, you know, the swords here. Swords are mental energy, right? Thoughts and things like that. So I feel like with this, the lessons and the ascension and everything that you had to go through and that you learned and went through, you're leaving it behind. You were overthinking, you know, with all those swords, you're leaving behind overthinking. You're leaving behind stressing out about things that you cannot control or change. You're leaving behind, right? So it's just like you're moving to calmer waters. You're moving to a place of happiness, peace, a place where you wake up and you think about what you're doing for the day versus waking up and thinking about what this person said to you or did to you or why, right? And as you move to this place of not thinking about what they did to you and what they said to you and why all day, every day, because if that's all you're thinking about, then all you're manifesting is for that same shit to keep on happening, because that's where you're putting all of your energy into, right? Which is okay. It's natural to be stuck there for a little bit. That's human. Your feelings are being hurt. You're being abused. You're being accused, right? You're like, what? You're confused. You feel like you in the fucking Twilight Zone. It's okay to be a little stuck there, because when shit shifts, especially in a negative direction, it's confusing, okay? It's traumatizing. It's upsetting. It's what the fuck is the fuck going on here? You do take time out of your life to try to figure out why this is going on. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Right? Because you're trying to figure out, how can I get the peace back into my life, or how can I get the friendship back between me and this person, when that's not relevant. What's relevant is this person is no longer bringing peace, happiness, friendship type energy into my life. I now need to start figuring out how to separate myself, cut them off, distance myself, so I can have those things back in my life that this person once was a part of, did not ever provide, but once was a part of those things, which may have made you feel like they were providing them, but they weren't. But now that they are still around and all those things are being sucked out of your life, now they are the cause of that. So now I need to figure out how to get this person who's causing all this mayhem and chaos and bringing my vibrations down to theirs. They need to get the fuck out of my life, because I don't want to vibrate how they vibrate. I'm a more high vibrational person. And you may have brought them into your vibrations. But somebody low vibrational could never stay in somebody high vibrational energy. Now they can mirror that person and make them feel like they have the same energy. They can mirror that person and make it feel like they are the same, happy, upbeat, but they're putting a mask on and mirroring what they see from you back to you, leading you to believe y'all are the same. But that mask will slip, that mirroring will end, because that's work for them. That's work for the narcissist, right? I gotta be happy every day. I gotta laugh at her jokes every day. I gotta smile every day. This person is miserable. This is not a happy person. This is somebody who mama wasn't good to them, daddy wasn't good to them, only was ever used, manipulated, played, and betrayed. So they can't actually be in your same energy or vibration. They can only pretend to, and that will only last for so long, because it's a lot of fucking work to pretend to be happy when you're fucking. It's easier to cause chaos and destruction and tear shit down than it is to build it up, right? If I say here's all the materials you need to build a whole house. You can have the house, you can keep it, you just got to build it yourself. You're not going to build that house in a day. But if I give you a bulldozer and I say, tear this motherfucking house down, that'll be done in a couple of hours. It's easier to tear shit down than it is to build shit. So this person who prefers to destroy, who prefers to tear shit down, and you're a builder, you're Bobette over here building shit, y'all energies was never, right? It was hard for them to stay in this energy of, yeah, let's build this house. Every time I'm gonna just go get some more supply. Oh, fuck, I'm tired of building this fucking house. Why can't we just knock it down and go get an apartment somewhere else? I'd rather just pay. No, I don't even want to live for free if we gotta build the fucking house. That's how they really feel. And you somewhere giddy, skipping back to the hardware store so you can get another hammer. You like, hell yeah, we can do this. But that ain't really how they feel. So anyway, you get away from this person, you get out of this situation, you move over to calmer waters, you get out of this place of overthinking, of pain, of destruction, of betrayal, feeling stabbed all in the back, lied to, deceived. You come out of that due to you raising your vibrations, due to you raising your vibrations and going through these lessons and ascending, right? So now that you're at this place of calm, or in order for you to be able to manifest in something new, you have to be at this place of calm. You have to be at this place of where you already learned, you already started to apply what you learned. I'm not texting this person back. I'm not calling this person back. I'm not responding to their text messages. I'm not, right? Because you don't have to text them back. They could text you out of the blue and call you a dumb, ugly ass bitch and tell you they fucking hate your ass, just to fuck your day up. And when you get those type of texts or anything similar, that's an example, but whatever the fuck it may be, you got to let it roll off your shoulders. You have to be like, oh, well, Who cares? He ain't my man no more anyways. There's other people out there. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And hey, I bet guarantee my next person ain't gonna think I'm an ugly ass bitch. And that's all that matters. You can think I'm ugly. But long as my man don't think I'm ugly, it's all that matters. And you, sir, are no longer my man. So crazy that you married and had kids with somebody you find ugly, but I mean, hey, maybe you thought I was really smart or something. I don't know. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, somebody's calling me beautiful multiple times a day. So I don't give a fuck about you calling me ugly, right? And it's that little type of shit where this person may they are going to come back around and try to trigger you and try to knock you off your square and try to have you all beside yourself because they don't want you to be happy because they're not happy. Right? They don't want you experiencing something they're not experiencing. They think y'all are in competition. They're jealous. How are you happy and I'm not happy? Right? So yeah, you got to stop responding to that type of negative, whatever bullshit or whatever, because whoever this is, they're currently this is spiritual warfare. I say it all the time. Everybody says it all the time because it's true. And you are moving forward and up and on, and you've called in this new energy, and this person's goal is to pull you back into the depths of hell with them. Back into a place of misery with them, back into a place where you're overthinking like you once were. Because remember, we just said you done got rid of all these type of negative energies that you had picked up from dealing with this person. And these are actually this person's energies. This person's always overthinking. This person's insecure. This person feel like they not good enough. This person feel like they don't have enough. This person feel like they not cute enough. You ain't never felt like that about yourself in your life, but you might have started feeling like that when you, after years and years and years of being with this person and them going out of their way to try to make you feel like how they feel on a daily basis. Why do you feel confident and I hate myself? Let me cheat on you so you can realize you're not that special, right? So just be careful. Like everything I'm saying is so very true about this past person. I don't get it. I don't understand their fixation on you. I don't understand why they won't move on. You don't like them. You don't love them. You don't act like you like or love them. You don't act like you stuck. You don't act like, they matter to you. You don't act like you're upset that they fuck with you. You're not bothered by this person. They don't matter anymore. They're completely irrelevant. A lot of y'all don't think about them at all in the slightest, but all they do is think about you all day, every day. So you'll get to this place of calm and peace and leave all the drama and chaos behind, and then you'll be able to manifest. And like we already know, you're going to manifest in this King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles in this scenario is just representing somebody who is a provider, somebody who's absolutely happy, comfortable, content providing, somebody who takes care of business, somebody whose bills are paid, somebody who, if they have a project or something that needs to get done at work, they're doing it. If this is just somebody who handles business, this is somebody who does not mind being married and taking care of their home. This is somebody who does not mind taking their son to football practices multiple times a week and not missing any of the games, right? This is just somebody who is that kind of guy or girl, but this is that dude, right? And that's who you have manifested into your life. Somebody who got it and don't mind doing what they got to do with it. Because you can get a bunch of money and then go trick it all off and fuck it off on dumb shit. No. That's not what type of person this person is. This is somebody who's very stable, grounded, responsible, and mature. And so with the 9 of Wands out here, 5 of Cups, there is regret, there is remorse, there is no guilt, but there is regret coming from, I feel like your ex's energy, because the majority of this is your energy, the ascension, the moving out of the place of overthinking and destruction and feeling betrayed and stabbed in the back to a place of peace, happiness, calm, where you're able to manifest. You manifest in this perfect person for you. And now you have this ex who's sitting in regret, wanting to explain, acting fake, telling you you're beautiful, right? Talking about some after all we've been through, I'm not giving this up. Strategizing. This is you now have somebody trying to play you. Now you have somebody trying to play you and strategize and ignore they bitch. So they can try to, get you to let your guard down, because now with the 9 of Wands, you're guarded. You are a warrior. You went through a lot. You went through a lot of drama, a lot of trauma, a big, huge fight, argument. You went through a lot only to end up having to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, fight this person out of your life. And now you're stable, you're happy, you're content. There's nothing to be angry about. Shit don't always work out, stuff like that. Like, I feel like you don't have any ill will or animosity towards this person. You may develop that later down the line. I do feel like if you don't find a way to completely get this person out of your life, you will start to develop animosity and resentment towards them, because they did everything under the sun to make sure y'all are where you are today. And now they're trying to go back on it, or act like it didn't happen, or act like you're crazy, or you're cheating again, or how could you do this? Like, it's all about them. And I feel like you're okay with them feeling like everything is all about them, because that's not how you feel, and I don't have to move like that. But they're trying to force you to accept that, and force you to move like that, and force you to take them back, and force you to have sex with them, and force you to act in a way that you don't want to act, because it's not how you feel anymore. But this person is crazy and delusional, demonic, low vibrational, devilish type energy. So they're going to continue to try to force you to treat them in a way that makes them feel validated, so they can have an ego boost. And I do feel you are going to start to resent this person eventually, because they won't leave you alone. And it's sad. It's disturbing. It's really, really sad, though. It's sad, like you could find somebody who actually likes you. You could find somebody who actually wants to be with you. You could find somebody who actually loves you. And you would actually feel good about yourself, because you'd be able to tell that that person really wants you around and they really like you. But for them to continue chasing down somebody that does not like or love them, that does not want to be with them, that does not value them, that's very, very sad. Let's say you did leave the person that you with and go back to them because they won't stop pestering you. You won't treat them how you used to. You won't treat them how you were treating the King of Pentacles. You'd be miserable and depressed and moping around and sad, and you would hate them, hate yourself, and hate your life. But they would be happy, because they already hate themselves and hate their life and hate you. But now you're there with them. Now their misery has company. So yeah, they're trying to get you to fuck back. But it ain't because they like you, love you, or value you. It's because they need company in their misery. Dead ass. Okay? With the Strength and the 4 of Pentacles, you guys are holding back from this person as best you can. And I feel like holding back, there is no cussing them out, there is no screaming and yelling, because that's also validating. You're screaming, you're yelling, you're cursing me out. You must still love me. You must still care. You must be mad because we ain't together, because this motherfucker is fucking crazy. So they're not gonna be like, oh, you're yelling and screaming and crying because you're frustrated and stressed because I'm stalking you and won't leave you alone for the last decade, and you're getting fed up and you finna, do some bodily harm to me and unalive my ass. That's not why you're crying. You're crying because you really want me to be with you. So I feel like you're holding back completely. You're not showing anger. You're not showing stress and duress. You're not responding. You're not doing anything. And I feel like you may be praying every day that they go find somebody else, that they go get married, that they have a baby with somebody, or that they die. Can somebody run this motherfucker over with a car? Can somebody blow his head off during an argument? But I'll be fine either way, as long as he just leaves me alone and he's out of my life and my energy for the rest of my life, I'll be okay. This person can go to jail for the rest of their life, or maybe the next 5-10 years. They could be murdered. You know what I'm saying? They could get married and have a kid. Either way, I'd be all right. Just long as you're not in my life or my face, as long as I don't have to hear your voice or speak to you or see you, I'd be happy however you go. So I'm just saying, Spirit, I'm not putting in any requests or anything. All right. I'm just saying, however he goes, we'd be all right. So I feel like you're getting tired of holding back. You're getting tired of being like, stop, don't touch me, stop calling me. Like, I think that's getting tiresome. Like, please find something else to do. It's sad. This is sad to be so stuck on one person and to go through so many different emotions over the situation. It's all crazy and it's sad. Oh, 1 minute I love you so much. I can't believe you fucking these other niggas. I can't. And then the next minute I hate you. You ain't shit. I ain't never gonna see the kids again. Ah ha ha ha. I'm so wealthy. Look at me making $10 an hour. Ah ha ha ha. Because never had a job while y'all were together, so now they feel rich. I got a bitch. Somebody who worked with me. Then they get fired. Oh, now you got fired from the job, and the bitch you thought that was in love with you was just fucking you because she fucked all her coworkers, and now you don't work there anymore, so she's fucking 3 more dudes that work at the same job that you thought were your friends, and now your feelings are hurt because your quote-unquote bestest buddies who convinced you to ruin your life and everything you had going on before you got the job are now fucking the bitch that you thought you was in love with. Okay, but you still fucking the bitch too because you need validation at all times and your ego stroked 19 times a day. So now you're trying to get her to choose you versus them, and now she's just getting ran through like the bop that she is, just sucking and fucking any and everybody at the job. You don't work there no more. Still trying to keep her attention on you and off of them, only to figure out that you are actually the one who has the least amount of love, time, attention, and gets the least booty because you don't work there no more. Now your feelings are hurt because Shorty came to your door after she just finished sucking somebody else's dick. Now she talking to you with dick on her breath. And now you like, oh no, I'm done. Fuck that, I'm done. Now you sit and you mope for 2-3 years. And in those 2-3 years, your ex gets somebody who is light years further in life than you ever will be. Not could be, but will be. Only for all that to go on for you to circle back to the same bitch and be like, oh, well, let me run back over here then. Honey, you couldn't keep a 304's attention. Why? What? Where? Why? Who? What? What? You couldn't keep the 304 satisfied and happy. The 304 don't expect nothing but a happy meal. And a little eighth, a little pack of cigarettes or something. That's all you had to do for the 304, and you couldn't do that. Don't come back over here. My standards are much higher than that, So, yes, I feel like you're holding back. It's taking a lot of strength and shit. And I feel like those type of conversations are not being had because it's like pointless. It's like, what am I going to explain to you that you're trash and you're not worth my time and my energy and that you fucked up, trying to be cool, trying to act like it didn't matter and you don't care and I don't have no feelings. I don't have no feelings. Fuck bitches and get money. All to end up kissing the same ass you was kissing in the very beginning. Chasing the same bitch you was chasing when you got here. Stalking the same pussy you was stalking day one. Like, you back doing all the shit. I thought you was cool now. I thought you had a job. I thought you had a bitch and some money. I thought you had a hoopty. I thought you was living your best life. You was winning. You're colossal. You're huge. All to end up back on the same ass? The fuck? Man, so y'all holding back. It's like, man, I'm not going down this road again. I'm not arguing with this person again. I'm not cussing this person out again. I'm not finna be explaining to this person that I don't want to be with them anymore again. I ain't explaining to them that I ain't cheating on them because we were not together and have not been together in 15 years. I'm not doing all of that again. So you're holding back. You're so beautiful. Look how beautiful and gorgeous you are. I'm finna throw the fuck up in my fucking mouth and swallow the shit. No, you didn't. I ain't beautiful to you. No, thank you. No, no, please keep calling me ugly. Please. I don't want to be beautiful to you ever again. I don't want you to ever value me again because you're fucking crazy. You start putting your attention on the bitch. You're stalking, narcissistic, sociopathic, egotistical, crazy ass. We know where it's going to go. She's never going to be able to leave. She's going to have to be with you or your loser, broke ass, don't know how to manage money, retarded ass, spend every dollar you fucking get on stupid ass bullshit at goddamn Ross ass. Someone else can have that. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm happy. The sun. I'm happy, right? You happy, your inner child is happy, you feel safe where you are. And I feel like you make the person that you're dealing with very happy. And I feel like y'all inner children are safe and happy together. Okay, y'all can be silly together, y'all can play together, y'all can be nasty together, y'all can be serious together. Whatever y'all gotta do, y'all are doing it, okay? So for those of you who feel like you're waiting on your blessings or your ships or whatever to come in, they're on the way, Bookie, okay? All right, y'all, just be careful. I'm finna go. This person, be careful, okay? Because under that Three of Swords, under that Three of Wands was the Tower, which just, I do feel a Tower moment coming. I don't think it has to include you. I don't think it has to be your Tower moment if you do not engage, right? I don't care if y'all are living in the same fucking house with this ex. Don't engage. If they start trying to start shit with you, don't engage. You know, if they don't engage, don't matter. You may have to exchange the kids with this person. Y'all, every time I have to deal with my kid's father, he literally calls me a hoe, a bitch, I'm sucking dick. Every time. And I mean, to this very second, every time, if I say anything, if we have any interactions together, he's bringing up the nigga I'm fucking with. Anytime, any interaction we have together, it's about the nigga. Which to me, I'm like, you're trying to make everything going on in my life about you, and it's weird. Let's keep it about these kids, right? Because I'm not about to end up in no Tower moment. We will not be yelling and screaming and fighting nowhere. We won't be getting into physical, because we do have physical. We fist fight because he's a beater, and I'm gonna fuck your bitch ass up. Don't put your motherfucking hands nowhere near me. I'm not going back into that. I'm not fist fighting with him. I'm not arguing. In fact, every time he say something about my nigga, which is every single time I see him, I used to be like, don't bring up his name, don't talk about him. It's weird, it's disrespectful, and it don't have nothing to do with you or me or us. That's my shit. Because my kids love the nigga, so they love to talk about the nigga. So now this motherfucker think he can talk about the nigga. Keep my man's dick out of your mouth. It's weird, right? But then we got to a place where now, because he still does it, because he thought he was triggering me. He thought it was going to make me mad. He thought I was going to start yelling and screaming and fighting him over it. So he was like, well, I found a way to bother her and disturb her peace and make her miserable by talking about her man. So I'm going to keep doing it, right? So after a couple times, he'd bring him up, because, you know, it'd be some simple shit like doing something for the kids, and he'd bring him up, and I'd be like, don't bring him up. Those are not his kids. You do not know him. He don't have nothing to do with this. Why are you talking about him? Right? But we got to a point, but I'm not finna have no Tower moment with this pussy. I don't give a fuck about this man. Never. I've never, right? I mean, no. So, because he continued to do it, and I have clocked it, and I know how he is. I know he's a narcissist. I know he's a sociopath. I know he's miserable. I know he's low vibrational. He's broken and damaged. He has a lot of trauma from adulthood, even more trauma from childhood. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so yes, I'm not trying to get into any type of issues. I'm not trying to have any type of like chaos or conflict, any towers. So instead of engaging in that with the Four of Pentacles is holding back, strength is, it's not going to be easy to hold back. It's not going to be easy to stay in this place of happiness dealing with this person. And I'm talking to people who have kids, because I hope that's the only reason you're dealing with this motherfucker. If you ain't got no kids ain't no point. You can block them, you can move, you can find a way to separate yourself completely from this person. But anyway, yeah, so with my situation and him continuing to, you know, bring my man up or whatever, you know, it just kind of got to a point where I just skip over it and laugh now. Right? I'm trying to think, because he just was screaming about, because we just came back from, this was after I just came back from Phoenix 2 weekends ago, and he was screaming and yelling about me going to, oh, he had the kids. Obviously, they're our kids. So he has our kids, and I go to Phoenix with my boo, and we have a great time, and we stayed at the Omni, and I was really excited because I've never got to stay at the Omni, even though my name is Omni, right? So it was like really awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at my name all big on the walls, you know. So we in there having a great time. He's cracking up and he feels good because he was able to do something for me that I've never done, that he knows I really wanted. So I even kept some of the little, I kept everything out of there. I still have my room key. I got a little coaster. Ooh, let me see if I can find it. So I'm like, you know, he takes me to the Omni or whatever. We have a great time. This motherfucker knows that I'm out of town because he got to watch our babies. So, you know, I get back and it's kind of like, you know, problems. You know, oh, I missed 16 hours of work because you out being a nasty ass, trick ass hoe, bitch, and all this kind of stuff. And I just cracked up. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Come on, kids, get in the car. All right, thanks. See ya. You got him next weekend? I mean, yeah, do I got a choice? I don't have to miss out on 16 more hours because you want to be a nasty ass bop. Okay. I'll bringing him by around 4 when the little one get out of school. Still talking shit as I'm walking off. Bitch, ho, bitch. Bitch, you bop. I couldn't tell you what else he said besides, though he was saying them shits so hard and loud, but I couldn't tell you nothing else he said because it went in one ear and out the other. Of course he's mad. He ain't never flew me no goddamn where, right? The tower. Now, had I turned around and been like, I ain't no hoe, and that's my man. You know, I'm not going out and fucking anybody. I'm just fucking him because he's my man. Now, why would I do that? That's putting energy, effort, and shit into something that ain't got shit to do with me. This is not my nigga no more. I gotta explain myself to him. Even if I was out getting flew out by a different nigga every weekend, that ain't his business. I can do that. Right? So that's what I mean by a tower is coming. Your ships are gonna come in, your new man, your new job, your new position, your new business gonna kick off. Whatever it is, it's gonna come. And you're gonna it's gonna make you very happy. But you're going to have to hold on to this happiness and also hold on to your sanity and the things that you learned while you were going through this ascension so that you don't end up back in a tower or back in the situation with this person because that's what they want, okay? I hope this made sense, y'all. It felt like it was all over the place. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be our reading. Be careful. Keep your eyes peeled. Give it a thumbs up. My name is OmniBadu. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you like my vibe. And until next time, bye.